Dawn rises over the jungles of Yucatan as if the sun lifts a heavy curtain above an ancient stage. Warm mist rises from the ground, birds give the first sound, the air thickens, and shadows grow longer. Within minutes, in this calm morning rhythm, a shape appears strict, precise, as if created not by hands, but by the geometry of the world itself. El Castillo, a pyramid millions have seen in photos, but only a few have seen this way at the moment when the first sunlight touches its steps. Before you is a city hidden by the jungle for centuries. A city where every movement of stone was created with intention, and every number had meaning. A place where architecture becomes a language. A language written by a people who gave the world calendars, mathematics, astronomy, and thousands of myths still alive today. Today, we travel to Chichen Itza as time travelers. We will walk the streets where drums once echoed. We will look at walls built by masters who thought in symmetry. We will listen to the stories of photographers, archaeologists, and explorers who left behind their diaries to bring this city back onto humanity's map. Chichen Itza is science and myth, order and emotion. A collection of stories forming one large story, the story of a civilization whose legacy survived centuries. Ahead lies a journey across millennia. It begins here, at the foot of the pyramid, and ends with you, looking at Yucatan with new eyes. Welcome to Chichen Itza, where history speaks in the voices of stone, light, and time. Chichen Itza, a word found in every travel guide, listed among the new 7 wonders of the world, recognized by UNESCO, present in every conversation about Mexico. But what is it? A city-state, a center of power, a center of knowledge, a center of trade, astronomy, politics, and faith, a center of thousands of human lives. Founded according to different versions between the 4th and 6th centuries, its peak the 10th, 11th centuries, and then disappearance. No destruction, no catastrophe, just departure. As if the residents packed their belongings and dissolved into the forest, the jungle closed the city for 8 centuries. For a long time, Chichen Itza was not a city but a legend. The Maya knew about it, repeated its name, told stories. But no one drew maps. No one saw temples. Until the 19th century. The first who revived the city was John Lloyd Stephens, 1840–1843, an American writer-traveler who came to Mexico with the famous artist Frederick Catherwood. He was not an archaeologist, more a hunter of stories. But he walked the trails locals pointed to only with gestures. He described Chichen Itza in Incidents of Travel in Yucatan, and Catherwood drew it so vividly that the world froze. Ruins embraced by trees, temples covered in vines, structures holding both darkness and flashes of sunlight. From that moment, Chichen Itza stopped being a legend. It became a place. Decades later, after the Mexican Revolution, full-scale excavations began. The city slowly returned to the world like a person who had been asleep and finally opened their eyes. To understand Chichen Itza, you must understand the Maya, the creators, residents, and heirs of a great civilization. A people whose culture still lives today, in language, food, rituals, and the faces of Yucatan. The Maya created complex calendars, understood astronomy with impressive precision, built cities of stone even in places where water was a day's walk away. Their architecture is geometry. Their religion is the full cycle of the world: life, death, renewal. Their cosmos is mathematics transformed into stone. Chichen Itza became a bridge between eras, styles, and the civilizations of the Maya and the Toltecs. Approaching the main pyramid, you feel something strange. It hardly seems to stand, it seems to float. The Temple of Kukulkan is the symbol of Chichen Itza, 30 meters tall, 365 steps, one for each day of the year, 9 levels, like the 9 lower worlds, 4 stairways like the 4 cardinal directions. The pyramid is a calendar disguised as architecture. Twice a year, during the equinox, a shadow serpent appears on its steps. Sunlight aligns with such precision that it seems the architect used computer software, not stone tools. The shadow slides downward and merges with the carved serpent head of Kukulkan. Thousands of people gather on these days to see this moment. A moment that seems like a show, but is actually mathematics woven into mysticism. Chichen Itza stands here for a reason. The city was built next to a cenote, an enormous natural sinkhole with water. For the Maya, water was not simply a resource, it was an entrance. Cenotes were portals to Xibalba, the mythic underworld. The sacred cenote of Chichen Itza is vast, deep, dark green. Archaeologists found in it gold objects, jade, ceramics, textiles, ornaments, remains, and traces of rituals, but far fewer objects than popular myths suggest. And not the dramatic stories invented by mystical bloggers. Ritual offerings existed, but they were not mass, not constant. They were ceremonial, rare, symbolic. The largest in Mesoamerica, 168 meters long. The game was called Poc Tapoc, not football, not basketball, more like a cosmic ritual. The ball represented the sun, the rings represented orbits, the players represented participants in the universal cycle. They played with hips, elbows, chests. The rubber ball was heavy and solid. The acoustics are astonishing. A voice echoes like a choir. Yes, there are legends about losing teams being sacrificed. Dramatic, powerful. But archaeologists believe winners were often chosen. Offering your life to the gods was considered an honor. And we both know, modern audiences often prefer darker versions more than accurate ones. Chichen Itza served as a religious center, a political center, a trade center, a military center. But this formed gradually. At some point, Chichen Itza came under strong influence from the Toltecs, a culture from central Mexico. They brought the cult of Quetzalcoatl, called Kukulkan among the Maya. They brought ideas of warrior elites. At that time appeared columned halls, warrior reliefs, and the famous sculpture of Chak Mool. This period made Chichen Itza extremely wealthy. Then came drought, political tensions, and the city began to empty. By the 14th century, the city fell silent. Homes decayed, walls cracked, the forest thickened its roots. But the Maya kept memory maps, names, routes, stories. When Stevens walked the trails in the 1,840 seconds, the Maya guides already knew there are ruins there, but no one imagined the scale. Real restoration began in the 20th century. Researchers from INAH revived the city piece by piece. Today, tourists see only 10–15% of what is excavated. The rest remains underground. Because it merges science, architecture, religion, politics, astronomy, mythology, mathematics, art, into one city. This is rare. Every year, Chichen Itza receives 2.53 million visitors. One of the most visited archaeological sites on Earth. And of course, Chichen Itza attracted theories. Aliens built the pyramid. Inside is an energy generator. Serpent people ruled the Maya. All of this sounds like TikTok poetry. But when you look closely, one thing becomes clear. The Maya were so advanced that people of the 21st century sometimes find it easier to invent UFOs than to accept human genius. But audiences love mysticism. Stories about portals, cosmic rays, and interstellar architects make the city feel like a mythic playground. As long as viewers remember the main truth, this city was created by people by a civilization of enormous knowledge. Now the practical part. From Cancun to 2.5 hours by car, 3.5 hours by bus. From Playa del Carmen, 2.5 hours, via Valladolid, or direct from Tulum, around 3 hours, depending on the road. Best time to arrive at opening. The first 2 hours are crucial. Minimal crowds, soft light, no heat. Tickets are purchased on site. There is the standard day entrance, and on certain days, a separate ticket for the evening light show. After the show, it is impossible to return to the Riviera by bus. An overnight stay nearby is necessary. If you want an early departure, comfortable transportation, no ticket worries, a correct guided route, the main pyramid. In soft morning light, zero logistical stress. Then the simplest option is a tour. Discover Maya Chichen Itza Deluxe, a format where you stop looking at the clock, transfer, water, tickets, guide, Valladolid, cenote, lunch. A perfect offer for travelers who value comfort and time. Everything goes in the right order and at a good pace. Locations are selected with great care. The group is small, about 10 adults. This size allows you to hear the guide clearly, move together, and see details unavailable in large tours. You will finally get that perfect photo without rushing. Private tours are available as well with your rhythm, your stops, your chosen cenote, your restaurant in Valladolid. And for travelers used to budget group excursions, options exist too. What you must see in Chichen Itza: Temple of Kukulkan, Great Ball Court, Observatory El Chronicle, Temple of the Warriors, Group of the Thousand Columns, Venus Platform, Sacred Cenote. With 2 hours, you can see all the essentials. The pyramid is aligned with the cardinal directions with minute-level precision. A hand clap echoes like the cry of the sacred bird Quetzal. Inside the main pyramid is an older one. The ball court has astonishing acoustics. A whisper carries across vast distance. Carvings show rulers holding symbols of authority. Building shadows form exact geometric shapes depending on the Sunday. When you leave the site, a strange feeling appears, as if the city did not finish its story, as if it only began. Chichen Itza rarely gives answers. More often, it raises new questions, and the body shifts into a quieter rhythm, softening the noise around you. When your car or bus returns to the highway, you want to look back one more time. Because Chichen Itza is a place that vanished and returned, a place where shadows and light create a calendar, where wind creates music, where stone remembers more than we imagine. This is more than a trip. It is a meeting with a past that is still alive, across 15 centuries. Subscribe to OpenMexico. We show Mexico where it breathes in ancient cities, in legends, in people, and in the light that brings history closer.